Genesis 37:50, a story of betrayal, pain, and the power of forgiveness. He was just 17, a dreamer, the favorite son of his father, Jacob Joseph. He wore a robe of many colors, a gift from his father, and with it came jealousy from his brothers. He told them his dreams. "One day you'll all bow down to me." They didn't laugh. They hated him one day as Joseph approached them in the field. They saw their chance. Here comes that dreamer. And just like that, they grabbed him, ripped off his robe, threw him into a pit. And then they sat down and ate, while Joseph screamed for help and they plotted his future. A caravan passed by, and for 20 silver coins they sold their brother. They sold him like an object. They returned home, dipped his robe in goat's blood, and told their father, "He's dead." But Joseph wasn't dead. He was dragged to Egypt, sold again, thrown into slavery, then falsely accused and locked in a prison cell. Years passed. Betrayed, forgotten, alone, but God was with him. In the prison, Joseph learned to interpret dreams, and one day Pharaoh himself had a dream that no one could explain. They called Joseph. He interpreted the dream, and Pharaoh made him second in command over all of Egypt. From prisoner to prime minister, then famine struck the land, and back in Canaan Joseph's brothers were starving. They traveled to Egypt for food, and they bowed before the one in charge, not realizing it was Joseph. The dream had come true. He could have revealed himself. He could have punished them. But instead, he tested their hearts. And when he saw they had changed, he broke. Joseph wept, "I am Joseph. Is my father still alive?" His brothers were terrified. They expected revenge, but Joseph offered mercy. "You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good, to save many lives." And then he embraced them. The same arms they once betrayed now wrapped them in forgiveness. This is what grace looks like. Joseph had every right to repay evil with evil, but he chose something greater, to see God's hand in his pain, to forgive what should have broken him, to restore what others ruined. Maybe you've been betrayed. Maybe you've been left in a pit. But God is still writing your story. And like Joseph, you can choose to forgive, not because they deserve it, but because God is greater than your pain, and forgiveness is how you rise.